continuous delivery. Continuous delivery. Okay. So what do you mean by continuous delivery is, this is like kind of like, peaks of automation you can treat it. Okay. So where you did the automation of the version, there's nothing called automation of version control system. You did the build automation and you did the deployment automation. Okay. And tomorrow, like, if you have a test automation team, okay, they also perform some sort of like, test automation. Okay. Now all this together from source code to till the test automation, if you could able to like, make it in a nice pipeline or make it into a kind of a one job, that will be too nice, where end to end people can see in a single dashboard. Okay. So we are going to perform this end to end, guys. Okay. From the VCS configuration to build, deployment and test automation. But anyway, test automation, I don't have any framework and all, but I'm just saying, in case if you have a test automation team, if they have automation suite, you can integrate or you can extend your continuous delivery to till the test automation. Okay. Now we are done with the pieces. Okay. We have Ant or Maven script in the build. We have a shell script here and we have our SVN Git here. Okay. And we will be getting one small suits from the Selenium or whatever from the test automation if they are available. If you could able to make all these things in a sequence, okay, in an order, and that we call as a continuous delivery. So what do you mean by that is, from the developer code commit onwards till the testing, if you could able to automate entire stuff, okay, and that we call as a continuous delivery, guys. Okay. Now I wanted to show you how we're going to implement the continuous delivery for our current project lead app. Okay. Whatever is there. So for that, we have a code is ready. We have a build script is ready, we have a deployment script is ready, and test automation you treat it like, dummy for right now. Okay. We have everything ready. So how to do that? We can perform this continuous integration by any of the CA tool, like, we can use Jenkins or TeamCity, whatever. As we already have a knowledge of Jenkins, okay, so I'm going to make use of the Jenkins to perform the continuous delivery, guys. Okay. So I'll create a job. Okay. I'll create a couple of jobs. Okay. So I'll create 3 jobs, guys. Okay. One job is build job. Okay. And second is a deployment job. And third is a test automation job. Okay. Now I'll combine all of them with the help of a plugin called Build Pipeline plugin. Okay. So this Build Pipeline plugin will give a dashboard view for management on all the people who are the stakeholders of the particular application, and they can see it and what's going on with the application. Okay. Now for this, I don't have a Jenkins right now, so I need to set up that. So let me try to set up the Jenkins, guys, first. Okay. Let's go to our servers. Okay. So Jenkins also SVN, guys, because build job requires SVN code to check out and build it, right? So I need SVN and Jenkins here. Let's quickly set up the SVN and Jenkins here. Okay. I need to download the Vietnamese version. I lost our installations, guys. Sorry for that. I changed the machine, I told you in the last week, right? So I don't have previous SVN and Jenkins and all. All Linux. Choose all Linux. Mine is a 32-bit one. Download this. No thanks. So save it. Okay, let's immediately download Jenkins as well. Jenkins download. Okay. And download the WAR file. Come on. What is showing all this? Why WAR file showing as a text in the Mozilla? I'll kill this browser. I'm having Chrome. At least I explore. Okay, it's saving. Cool. So Jenkins war is also downloaded. Now my job is to move them into my Linux server. SCP. Let's move it to the build machine, guys. Okay. SCP Jenkins and what is the other one? Bitnami subversion. Okay, both to root at the rate 192.168.133.128. Just copy there. Red Hat. This is what my mission. Okay, I have pretty much all of them. First install the Bitnami. chmod 7452 Bitnami. Enter. Enter. Yes. I need even Tomcat to set up Jenkins, right? So I'm copying Tomcat also. 128. Okay. Let it finish soon so that we can complete it. And from here, go to the D drive or whatever. I need to have a SVN client to commit my code. So go to the lead app. So let's try to, okay, anyway, in Windows Linux machine I have a SVN client, right? So we can do there even. Okay, let it complete. Okay, cool, it's done. Once it is done, just cross check whether the subversion is running fine or not. Just check status. Sorry, spelling mistake. Status. It's already running. So you should be able to access the subversion from your link. Just close this. Open the Mozilla. What is it? 192.128 subversion. Right? Cool. So this is working. Try to check out in your build machine itself, guys. Okay. So read app, SVN checkout, right? Check dot, go into subversion, cp dot slash copy your entire source code. Start to. Okay. -r is important. Yes. So you have entire your source code here ready. Remove the disk. Disk is dynamically created. Okay. Remove the subversion. Okay. So remove the SVN status, SVN add, star, all of them. Okay. Controller, now SVN commit. added lead app code base. That's it. Okay, once this is done, right, you have to give access to your repository. chmod -r -7 to your repository. Just try to comment it down. Okay. Cross check. Now, yeah, the code base ready. Okay. Now let's set up the Jenkins immediately. Okay. So I'm gonna set up Jenkins over here itself. Oh my god. If I set up the Jenkins here, right, the problem is I don't have internet on my Linux VM, so I cannot install the plugin. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll not install the Jenkins on Linux. I'll install the Jenkins on Windows itself. Okay, so let's go to the Jenkins site. Jenkins. I'll download the Windows installer. Otherwise, I would have done it in the Linux itself. My Linux don't have internet connection, so I cannot install any plugin. So I'm downloading the Windows flavor Jenkins, where it can install and set up the things. Yeah.
Instead of installing we can copy the verify Jenkins verify in the Tomcat on Linux.
Yeah, we can do it anyway. See, I told you Jenkins installation twice. One is the Tomcat container way, another is standalone. Okay, so instead of setting up Tomcat again here, doing it and all, it's better I use the standalone, right, for demonstration.
Okay. I mean this already Tomcat is there on Linux machine.
Linux machine is there, but I'm not doing in the Linux. I'm doing in the Windows.
Okay.
Okay, it's finished. So it should be launching on localhost 8080 and all. It takes some time. Try it. Keep refreshing. Yeah, it is coming up now. Wait for a while. Okay, this is what your Jenkins is. Let's try to create a job now. So lead app build, my first job. Okay, So choose the freestyle job, and in the build you have integration with your version controlling system. So where is my version controlling system? Subversion. Okay, so try to give your path of your repository. Okay, and next try to provide your build script, which is going to be your and script, and you're gonna call war target. Okay. Okay. Yeah, if you want to send some email and all, you can configure. I'm not doing the full-fledged things, guys. Okay, so I don't have any email thing right now. Okay, it will just create some artifacts. Okay, so let me try to build it and see. Yes, it is checking out my code and performing the build. It's throwing an error. Maybe ant is not configured here in this machine. So instead of doing the ant feature, right, so I'll make use of the command prompt script so that it will easy for us. Okay, this is what we did even while doing the Jenkins training, right? You can call just ant var, because in my command prompt I should be able to see ant command enable. Yes, ant is enabled, so now we should be able to perform that. Same error again, ant is not recognized. Why ant hyphen version, it's there. Okay, I'll do one thing, guys. Maybe because of we didn't create any slaves, that could be the reason. Let's try to create a small node in the same machine. Oh, anyway, we need to create the node on the Linux machine, right? Otherwise, we cannot achieve this. Okay, so let's try to create a node which is a slave. New node, Linux build server. You need to define a build server. So that's what my build server. Build server, and you just try to provide root JC Jenkins workspace, and you launch it with SSH, and the IP address of your build server is 192.168.133.128. Okay, and credentials are root red hat. Okay, root access. Right, now save it, relaunch. Now this will connect to the your Linux server, throwing some errors, but finally channel started. Oh no, something went wrong, guys. Oh, unsupported major minor version. I understand the issue, guys. The reason it is in my this Java instance, right? Okay, I have a older Java. This is a very popular, guys. Okay, I did many times googling and all. Unsupported major minor version, nothing but you have a pretty old Java. If you want, you can check it out. Java 1.6. What Java I have it in my Windows? Java hyphen version 1.7, so which is not matching, so it cannot launch the client over there. So what I can do, I can upgrade my Java here. So we just downloaded the JDK into our deployment server, right? So let's try to copy from there. Okay, so root at the date 182.168.133.129 colon. You can take the path of your, the file name JDK, this one. Right, tar minus zxvf jdk, extract it. Right, go to jdk, this is what your Java home path. Now you set your Java home variable in your .bash profile. If you remember, we set almost once in one of the session, in our last session. So path equal, you just set the Java home variable here, Java underscore home. Otherwise it will take the Java 6 guys. Okay, so shift it. So this is home. Now Java home slash bin. Okay. So do this dot bash is a directory. Maybe we need to provide a semicolon. Okay, good. Let's try to launch it now. Come back here. Launch slave agent. This time it's pretty good. It's launching because no. Is it launching? Similar. Or similar. There might be something wrong with the Java setting, guys. I'll do one thing. I have one more workaround if this is not working. If you sit for some time and fix those issues, we can do that. But instead of wasting the time, I'll choose the other way. Java web start. You just do this, and what I can do, I can just download this slave.jar and copy to the machine, and just move that slave.jar, guys. Okay. Just to downloads. SCP. So to the root at the date 192.168.146, sorry, 133.128. Okay. Now copy this command. I still have a doubt. My Linux server can it communicate to my Windows? What is my Linux IP address? IP config. Okay. 10 25 172. Ping. Nope, it cannot communicate it. Big problem with the network. What do we do? Guys, any workaround for me from your end? I want to launch a slave, but what is happening, the Linux server is not able to communicate to my Windows back, but Windows is communicating to Linux. Okay. What we can do it? Node is offline.
Can we try with the host name?
Okay. I can try with that. It's a cloud, the host name.
And it should work with IP, but I'm just checking. Sometimes it might put the wrong one.
Yeah, it will work with that. It's a cloud underscore built. Ping cloud underscore built. I don't think it will work. No, it's not pinging. It's a blocker for us now. What to do?
Can you land the slave on the Windows machine?
Can we?
Launch the slave on the same machine.
I can launch in Windows. My build job will work. How about the deployment job? There you need a build machine should be Linux, right? That's what my concern.
Yes.
Remember, I told you like, in my this thing, your both should be Linux, your build machine and deployment machine. So that's the reason I need a Linux machine. Uh, what I can do it is, okay, fine guys, I'll do one thing. I'll just show you what exactly I'm trying to do it, okay? Let's keep this job as it is. What this job going to do is, it will generate a war file. That's it, nothing else, okay? So whether it is in a Linux or Windows or whatever, okay? Let's try to create the other job. Because my main intention is to show you the pipeline plugin actually here, okay? So let me show you that first. Deploy, 3-step project. So in the deploy, right, I need the deploy script and artifacts. So from where can I get the artifacts? Okay, so there is a plugin available to get the artifacts of the build job. See, I need the artifacts from the build. Okay, artifacts nothing but the war file, the schema file, all of them. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just skip this. Okay, I'll put archive artifacts */* dot var schema */* dot SQL and *.sh. I need a deployment script, I need a SQL script, I need a war file. So these three things I'm archiving it here guys. Okay, apply and save it. Build now. Okay, so it is fetching deploy and schema, not var, because we are not building it. Okay, what I will do it for the sake of this demo, right? So I'll try to build it manually guys from the machine where it is there. I'll not make use of the Jenkins and okay, so instead, so C program files Jenkins 2 inside the jobs lead app build. So open a CMD and and war build failed. Oh sorry, inside the build. Oh, not this guys. C users call to dot Jenkins. Where is the workspace? C program files lead app build. Okay, here is my source code. Let's try to perform the build here and war. Okay, now you have a war file. Okay, if you build it this time check it out. Look at this, you have sh war SQL, right? Keep this aside. Now the lead app build artifacts, I need it in the lead app deploy guys. Okay, so if I want it in the lead app deploy, right, so what I can do, I can go to the plugins available. There is a plugin called copy artifact. Can you see? Copy artifact plugin, just use this, install without restart. Okay, it's installing. Right, now you go to the deploy job, go to the configure section. We don't need to get source code in the deployment job because we need the artifacts, we don't want the source code. So under the build section, can you see this one enable? Copy artifact from another job. What do you mean by that is the build job. Now I need to provide lead app build job, okay, and what all the artifacts you wanted. I need, of course I need the latest successful build, okay, and I want all the artifacts. Star dot star, okay, artifacts not to copy, not required dot in the current directory. Okay, apply and save it and try to run the build now here and check it out guys. Once the build ran, Copied only one artifact? How come? Check out your workspace here. You can see what artifacts it is copied. It is copied only deploy.sh. Okay, I will do one thing. We'll try to give the more wildcard characters. Instead of star.star/star will give it. So it will dig into the directories and all. Now build now. Okay, let's see workspace now. Now you have all of them. Can you see deploy.sh, schema.sql script? Okay. At the same time, you have the distlib var. Okay. Now once you have all these things, right? Okay. Now I can run the deploy.sh script, guys. So I can enable shell. Okay. sh deploy.sh and deploy. Okay. So this will run the script, but right now I cannot run it. As you know, my slave is not working. Okay, so apply and save. I just commented it to go.
There is a spelling mistake there.
Where?
In the .sh.
Yeah, you are correct. There is a spelling mistake, but actually I'm commenting it out. Can you see hash here?
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct. It's fine, not an issue. But the thing is, I cannot run now because I don't have a Linux slave, okay, to run this. It's not running. I'm just showing you the job actually, okay. I'm just commenting, okay. Now, what do you mean by lead app deploys? This will get the artifacts from the build job. This will deploy the things into my deployment servers, okay, which is MySQL, applications or whatever. Once this is done, okay, then I wanted to test the application. So my test automation team come up with the test suite. I just start to run that, okay. So lead app test, okay, and treat it like a freestyle project, okay. And here I'll call their script actually, okay. In Windows Bash, I would say echo whatever test automation started, and you call this script. Right now I don't have any of the script. In case if you have it, you just enable it here, okay, and save it, okay. Now I have three jobs here, guys, okay. So lead app build, lead app deploy, lead app test, okay. Now whenever the build runs, right, the deployment should run automatically, okay. So what do you mean by that is, once the build is completed, okay, the post build section of the build job is nothing but you have to execute the deployment job. So you can find an option build other projects. Can you see this? So I wanted to trigger lead app deploy once this is done. Okay, apply, save it. Now once the deployment job is done, right, okay, I want to trigger the test job. Configure, and in the post build section of the deploy job, what you will do it, build other part. I'll call the test job now, lead test, right, apply, save it. Okay, now you made a chain here. If you clearly observe, lead deploy depends on build, lead test depends on deploy. So if you trigger this build, right, if you trigger this build, look at this, three builds will trigger automatically. First this will complete build, next automatically deploy will trigger. Can you see deploy trigger automatically? The second one, just keep refresh. Okay, now deploy trigger, deploy failed. If it is failed, it will not proceed for the test, guys. I know why it is failed. We chosen the shell here. Actually, our slave is right now Windows, right? Okay, so don't choose the shell here. Okay, just delete this. Anyway, we are not doing the deployment, right? So delete that. Now you go back to the build. Now you trigger the build again. I just triggered only the build job, and the rest will be automatically triggered. And how, look at this. Now build is going on. Keep refresh. Okay. Now deployment. Even test is also started, guys. Can you see test one? Why it is taking so much? Okay, test is also completed. So all happened finally. Now this workflow I want to represent to my management in a nice flow. Okay, there is a nice plugin is there called Build Pipeline plugin. Okay, so I can install that plugin and I can show you how the things are going in a pipeline. Okay, so go to the manage plugins, and in available section you can find a plugin called Pipeline. Build, yeah, Build Pipeline. This is one. Install without restart. Keep refresh. Done. Now go to your Jenkins job and create a tab here, okay, and say lead app continuous delivery. Give some nice name as a dashboard. I mean, it's a dashboard for us now. Build pipeline view. Okay, choose the build pipeline view. Okay, now what exactly? See, you need to select only initial job, guys. Just initial job and leave it. That's it. Okay, and apply and okay. Don't do anything else. Now this is what your build pipeline. Can you see a nice one? Build pipeline. First, this is a build number. First one pipeline number, and the second one is the lead build, and the third is the deploy. Fourth is the test. In case if you have multiple, multiple jobs as a chain. After test, if you want to do something else, okay. So you have the chain. Now, if you want to trigger the build, right, you know to go there actually. You just come over here. Try to just do this. Now, can you see this? Lead app build is going on. Okay, once that is done, lead app deploy will automatically trigger. Okay, can you see lead app deploy? It's going on. You just keep refresh. Anything happen here? I don't think it's triggered actually. Yeah, it's completed now. Green nothing but completed. Okay, next. Test should also be, yes, test also completed. So people can see what is going on in the pipeline. Suppose if one of the job is failing, what will happen? So think about deploy. I'll intentionally make my job failure. Okay. Say shell itself. I just selected shell some command. Actually, you shouldn't keep the shell there, okay, in the Windows slave. Now you go to your continuous delivery pipeline and trigger the build job now. I just triggered the build job and have a look at this. Your build job will be fine, no issues. At the deployment it will fail and the color it will show in the red color now this time. Refresh. Okay, now deployment job is going on. Okay, yellow color. Now red. Can you see this? Now it's nothing but it's blocked over there. Okay, and your test will not run. It will be in the light sky blue color as it is. Okay, so this is for one application, guys. Similarly, if you have tomorrow 10 applications, row by row, all the 10 applications, a dashboard view will be applied, and these kind of dashboards are shown in the big screens in the. I mean, generally, like in our company, they show it in a kind of a dashboard in our Bay area where the SCM team sits. Okay, so if anybody looking at the project status and all, they can have a dashboard view there and they can verify at which stage the builds are failing. Okay, and see this, to achieve this you put lot of efforts in the back end actually. Okay, you prepare the deployment framework, you prepare the build framework, okay, and you take the test automation framework, okay, and you finally achieve this continuous delivery. And right now the most of the companies in the part, they are looking for the guys who can implement the CD in their projects. Okay, CD nothing but continuous delivery, where end to end is done by your Jenkins job and the backend with some scripts and all. Okay, and even this build trigger, right? Okay, I'm triggering the build job. Actually, we are not supposed to trigger, and that trigger should be with a developer commit. Okay, nothing but poll SCM scheduling. So you remember, right? Whenever a developer commits, automatically build should trigger. So you had to enable like that. Don't manually trigger it. Okay, so if that happens, right, continuously this job will be running and people will be knowing the state of their job. I mean, on the entire state of their commit actually. Once they committed, they can keep watch how the commit is going in the different stages of the build. Okay, so this is called the continuous delivery, guys. Okay, practically I didn't show what is going on because individually we already tested how build is going on, how deployment is running. Okay, so I'm not able to link it right now, but if your Linux slave is working, you can try it out, guys. It works properly. Okay, so there's nothing is there. You just have to call your scripts in the Jenkins job. Okay, Jenkins job is a UI for you and the pipeline is a dashboard for you. Okay, any questions still here, all of you?
Yeah, actually, what is the main concept? I mean, what is the main reason behind the and usage of this continuous delivery?
Main reason it is the development team and the management wants their check-in should undergo each and every stage of your operational work. Like, they want to verify the developer code. Is it compiling? Is it performing the unit test? Even after the deployments, is it perform? I mean, is the check? See, it's one line statement. His code check-in shouldn't break the sanity of the code base. That's it. Okay.
Oh,
So that's a one-line statement if you want a one-line answer. Okay, and to explain that, you can dig into like, shouldn't break nothing, but it should pass the test, it should pass the build, it should pass the deployment, it should pass the automation test. Okay, so if it passes all these things, then I would say your code checking is good, it is not breaking any state. Okay, that's what the people want.
oh, okay.
Okay. So any other queries, guys? This is important. I've seen in most of the interviews they ask like, did you implemented continuous delivery in your project? Okay. So you can tell them this example. It's nothing. It's just a process, guys. Okay. You're taking a UI help and you're putting them in sequence. That's it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, actually this application only only deployed the one server, right?
Can you come again?
Actually this application vendor we have created unusual.
Yeah, in one server, but yeah, I understand. In one server, right now I set up in the one server, but we can set it in the multiple servers. Okay.
No, that SH50 is there, that will deploy only on the one server, right?
Yes, one server. You're right.
If you want to talk with multiple servers, then what should I?
Okay, then in that case, your deployments framework is there, right? In that framework, you have to define multiple servers, okay? Server 1, server 2, okay? So all your Tomcat related activities, you pass the server 1, and DB related activities, you pass the server 2 as input. So you have to change your script a little to implement it for the multiple servers. That's it.
Okay. And remember, I have one more question, like how to deploy one warfare to the multiple environments. For example, daily configuration,
Okay.
then production.
Okay, yeah, I understand your question. So for that, you have to again work on your script side. I just talked about only one environment, right? You just try to open your script. So what you can do it, okay? You can prepare your main script something like this. Now, say dev underscore environment, okay, equal to, you prepare an array, the list of servers. Okay. Some dummy servers. I'm not showing you any kind of demo here. I'm just showing how to write a script. So this is dev environment servers, guys. Okay. And similarly, I'll create it for another environment, which is a QA environment. Assume 3 servers in QA environment. Okay. So one more environment, something like that. Okay. Once you chosen that, so what you will do it. Okay. You pass 2 parameters from the script. Okay. Not one parameter. So 2. Okay, so what exactly the second parameter? sh deploy.sh deploy dev. What do you mean by dev is do the deployment into the dev. Okay, something else. So that's what my intention. Okay, now you have to write a logic to choose the dev. Okay, now thing is, if $2 equal to dev, okay, then you call this. Okay, similarly you write one more if $2 equal to QA, okay, blah blah blah, you write the same thing. Only the difference is here, instead of this server, right, okay, you pass the dev environment here, guys. Okay, so under the deploy section, right, so dev environment of 0. What do you mean by 0? First element. I told you arrays even in the shell scripting. So I'm passing this IP address. Okay. So that's for the application server. When it comes to DB server, my DB IP is the 127. So at the time of for DB, right? So what I will do, I'll not pass this. Okay. I'll pass 1. Okay. So this is how you need to pass the things, and the same concept for even for QA also. Okay, at the time of QA, the array will be Q underscore environment. Did you understand the logic how I'm writing it for multiple environments? Kiran? Right? So, Yeah. So this is how you need to optimize or write a code.
So this script will be run on the deploy job, am I right?
Yeah, deploy job. You're right.
But at that time, again it will trigger the build, again it will generate the URL,
Yes.
it will
No,
use the same website.
no, deploy will not generate any war file. I told you deploy is copying the war file from build job only.
Okay.
Okay. We used one copy artifact plugin, right? Which is copying the things from build job actually. If you want, you can cross check it. In the deploy job, you don't have any build. I didn't even configure SVN here. You look at this. Did I configure SVN? No, none. Okay. It is just copying the artifacts from the lead app build. What artifacts? All artifacts. Okay. And you look at the workspace of this deploy, you see only artifacts. Deploy.sh and the schema file. Okay. And the lib. That's it. Nothing else.
But thinking where to give the like it's a dev or QA, where we can mention that one?
Okay. In this thing, right? So what you can do it, okay, in the deploy job, configure. I told you to you call sh deploy.sh deploy and you mention dev here. So it does a dev deployment. If you want to create it for a QA pipeline, write QA there. That's it. Your script will take care of which one to take it. Because your script is the
So
guy.
every time we have to change the job also,
Not
right?
every time. Remember guys, the build pipeline is for one environment only. We don't do this pipeline for multiple environments. Okay, this is one environment. If you want to do it for QA, right? So what you're supposed to do it, create 3 more jobs for lead app underscore Q underscore build, lead app underscore Q underscore deploy. So you will be having one more pipeline or QA.
Okay.
Got it. So don't do multiple environments to the single pipeline. When you say pipeline, one environment. That's it.
Yeah.
Whatever we did to shell scripting it, right? And I wanted to show same thing with a tool called Chef, Opscode Chef. Okay, so I want to give the introduction about the tool and summary of it and how we use a hosted chef. Okay, and what is on-premises chef. Okay, we'll talk something about the chef in the next session. Okay, so with that topic, we can pretty much wind up the our training part. Okay.
Actually,
Yes.
if you said already, you have to, if you want to deploy the another environment, you have to get the another pipeline, am I right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
For example, if you use the another pipeline, you have to build again. Already we have created the website, so no need to trigger the one more build in the second pipeline, am I
You
right?
do one thing. You give them what do you call the same first build only. You give it as a pipeline for the QA deploy as well. Okay.
So
So that will become first job will be build only, same build only for multiple pipelines. Okay, but deployment job will be changing.
in the second pipeline, just I can mention deploy and test skills, am I right?
Yes, that's it. Yes, you're right.